Hi friends, Bree here. Thank you so much for stopping by. In today's video, I am showing you how to make my 4 favorite Thanksgiving side dishes. We will be making a super easy cranberry sauce. This one is like very easy, low effort, but highly impressive. So this would be a good dish to bring if you're going to a Friendsgiving, don't have a lot of time, or maybe it's like your first Thanksgiving at your fiance's house or something like that. This is an easy dish that will be highly impressive. So that's the cranberry sauce. We're making sweet potato casserole. It's my favorite. I think I make it the best. It's like really sweet. It's almost like a dessert. My husband's grandmother loves this dish. So this is like a near and dear one to my heart. We are making a mac and cheese that is delicious. It has 3 cheeses in it. You can serve it like on the stovetop, or if you want to put it in the broiler really quickly just to get like a crispy top. It's so good. And then I am making my famous corn souffle. You all love this recipe. You love it over on TikTok. You love it here on YouTube, and I love it too. It's definitely, that's my favorite gold star recipe, the thing that I look forward to absolutely every single year. So if you're cooking with me, give this video a big thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, I hope that you subscribe below. I make lots of cooking videos. I post lots of cooking shorts every single day. I do a lot of homemaking content, cleaning, cooking, kind of like the whole mom homemaking channel. So if that sounds good to you, join the community below, introduce yourself in the comments, and let's get to cooking. Up first is my classic yet favorite corn souffle. You'll start by greasing a 9x13 baking dish and combine 1 can of corn with 1 can of cream corn, a scoop of sour cream, a box of jiffy, and half a stick of melted butter. All of the recipes are listed out with appropriate measurements in the description box below. You're going to mix the corn souffle well and put it in your baking dish and allow that to bake for anywhere between 45 minutes to up to an hour, depending on how hot your oven gets. Once it's done, you're going to remove it, allow time to cool, and enjoy. You can make this up to 3 days before Thanksgiving and just reheat in the microwave until warm. Taking a bite. I thought that I was filming and I wasn't, and I ate half of it already because it's so good. But cheers. I look forward to this and sweet potato casserole all year. This is my favorite. This is the best. The next recipe is cranberry sauce. This is something that I love to bring because I feel like it's so easy, but it's very impressive as well, plus it's delicious. So you're gonna heat up half a cup of water to half a cup of orange juice, add in a full pack of cranberry sauce. Now this was an extra large bag, so I only made half of the bag, and a cup of sugar and some cinnamon. I combine all of the ingredients, and then you wanna watch this. So I bring it to a boil and then quickly reduce it down to a simmer. And I allow it to simmer for anywhere between 15 to 20 minutes while stirring it occasionally, and you'll start to see the cranberries burst open a little bit, and that is how the jelly effect comes. Once it's done, allow it to cool. I like to put it in a Pyrex, and you can store this in your refrigerator for 5 days. It's absolutely delicious. I love to have this homemade cranberry sauce and the canned cranberry sauce both on the table for Thanksgiving. Okay, cranberry sauce is done. Smells like heaven in the kitchen. Did a little taste test. Separable. It's so good. Up next, I make macaroni and cheese. This is absolutely my favorite recipe for macaroni and cheese. I use these 3 cheeses, gruyere, fontina, and sharp cheddar cheese. I also love to use Cavatappi pasta. I feel like it's like the traditional macaroni and cheese because it has the swirls and the hole, so you have like maximum cheese around each noodle. Start by grating 2 cups of each of the cheese. I personally like to shred the cheese because it's more ooey gooey cheesy than when you just use the bag, but of course if you're in a pinch, feel free to use the bag. I am also prepping my ingredients before I go and make the dish. I find it much easier to be able to grab the ingredient at hand that's pre-measured out. That way I can work quickly to make the roux consistency come out perfectly. Before I drain my pasta noodles, I always take about a cup of the pasta water. It has some extra starch in it, so if you find that your roux or the mac and cheese sauce is just getting a little bit too thick, you can always add a little bit of pasta water to it to make it silky smooth. For the cheese sauce, I melt 1 stick of butter. I let that melt down all the way, and then I add my seasonings to the butter. So I season with salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and a little bit of paprika. If this wasn't for kids, I would also add some Cajun seasoning to it, or cayenne pepper. I slowly add in the flour to create the roux. I allow that to mix up so it's silky smooth, and then I add in half a stick of Philadelphia cream cheese. Once that's melted down all the way, I add in my gruyere cheese, I add in the fontina cheese, and sharp cheddar cheese. I also like to save a little bit to top at the end. That way I can make the cheese sauce, and I like to stick it in the boiler just for a few minutes. Look at how silky smooth that is. I add in the noodles and mix that all really well. You can stop here. You can serve the mac and cheese just like this, but I like to bake mine or put it in under the broiler for a few minutes so that it has that nice cheese crust at the top. So I'm spraying my pan in my 9x13 dish, slowly adding in the mac and cheese, and then I'll top with that extra sharp cheddar cheese and stick it in the broiler for 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, so now we're taste testing. Clearly I've already tasted this. It's so good. There is nothing, I mean nothing like Thanksgiving. And mac and cheese has to be good. If it's dry, it's not good. This is really good. To make the sweet potato casserole, you're gonna wanna have your sweet potatoes prepped and ready to go. I typically like to stick mine in the crock pot the night before on low and let them cook, or I like to bake them. That way you get that nice mapley syrup to come out of them. I just find them to be sweeter than boiling them. You'll mash your sweet potatoes down, and then you're gonna add your brown sugar to the mix. I pour in my heavy cream. I add in the melted butter. Pour in a little vanilla extract. I like to use a really good vanilla extract here, one without alcohol. Sprinkle in a lot of cinnamon and a dash or two of nutmeg. I also top with a little bit of sea salt. Give that a good stir, make sure everything is nice and combined, and then I will pour it in my 9x13 baking dish that's been sprayed. I will top with marshmallows and rolled oats. Use the rolled oats, not the instant oats. The oats are there to absorb any water that comes out of your sweet potato casserole so that it's not like liquidy, and it provides a little extra texture to the top. Both the sweet potato casserole and the corn souffle are absolute must for me on Thanksgiving. It brings me right back to my childhood Thanksgiving. I would love for you to comment your absolute must-haves. Okay, I'm trying some. Yeah, you want some? With the marshmallows? Oh, yummy. So that's what I have for today's video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you are new. I hope you have a wonderful, happy Thanksgiving. I hope nothing more than like happiness and health for you and your family. And in the next videos, I will be sharing how to make a turkey, how I make a turkey. It's like kind of my favorite way to do it. I feel like it's not a very stressful recipe. And I will be doing a collab in the next week too with one of my favorite YouTubers on here, so make sure you check that out. Turn on your notifications. Otherwise, happy Thanksgiving. I'll see you in the next video. Bye friends.